What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Brandon. Early this morning, in Houston, Texas, and I just really wanted to talk to you guys real quick. And really, I want to talk to you guys about. Hold on one second. What is this? I want to talk to you guys about manifesting the life of your dreams and how the law of attraction works. I usually don't talk about this much, and I mean, some people some people probably believe in the law of attraction, some people probably don't. And but I'm gonna talk to you guys about my thoughts on it and how my life has kind of changed since I have been introduced to it, right? So I want to say about 8 months ago to a year, I started reading a book, The Law of Attraction, right? And so I really didn't. I read majority of it, you guys, and in the process of reading, I read a few other books such as Think and Grow Rich and The Secret, and I recommend these books to all of you that are watching this video. I mean, regardless of you believe it or not, it's some amazing information that I believe is life changing if you take bits and pieces out of it and start using it in your everyday life, right? So the first thing I want to tell you guys about, or about my journey, is your thoughts. Understanding the concept of your thoughts and your words or things. And if you haven't been introduced to this before, think of it this way: whatever you think and speak into the world then elicits your emotions, which affects your beliefs and your actions. And this is really what made me start to really dive deep into the law of attraction, because I realized before reading the book, I didn't really pay attention to my thoughts. I kind of, it's weird, I didn't really care what I was thinking. I just thought and went with the flow, regardless of whether it was a good flow or a bad flow, you guys. I just, boom, thought, did my thing, whoop de whoop. Nothing changed, I was just on the same path. Everything was up and down like a roller coaster ride. I had no idea where I was going to land. I had no idea where my destination was going to be. I just felt like I was moving forward, Lost a job, got a better one, right? Felt like I was moving forward to realize I'm once again standing still. You feel me? I don't know if you guys ever felt that way. You had a job that you hated, right? And you worked the job for a while and you were like, I'm sick and tired of this. And somehow something happens, regardless of whether you quit or get fired. Boom, you lose that job. Well, you find a better job, per se, right? Somebody texting me. You find a better job, per se, you guys, right? That pays a little bit extra. Maybe you went from $10 to $15 an hour, right? Doesn't matter, right? You get you an apartment, a better looking car, right? And then you find yourself realizing that you don't really like that job either, right? And then you find yourself realizing, like, man, I feel like once again I am at a standstill. Oh, you guys, I call this living by default, not really being aware of your thoughts, your intentions, and really the destination that you really desire and want to achieve. So back to the law of attraction. After realizing that the thoughts that I had in my mind Or after even just realizing the thoughts that I had in my mind, like literally realizing, like, what do I think about on a regular basis? You know, I started really breaking myself down. Like, man, okay, now what do I want out of life? Where do I want to be? What do I want to accomplish? Or what can I do to accomplish that? And beforehand, it was pretty much cut and dry. Like, oh, I'll just, go to college, finish college, and find a good job. And I thought that was a clear perception of what I wanted, not realizing that it wasn't clear at all. If you guys understand, you really have to speak your life in existence. You really have to have a clear and cut plan of what you want, where you want to be. If going to college, finishing college to get a job is your plan, you need to figure out what is that job, that exact job that you want. What will you be doing on that job? Is that what you really want? You need to study that job and figure out what that person on that job does on a day-to-day basis to see if that is something that you truly desire. And from that point, figure out the steps you need to make to get there. The classes, whatever you need to take. If you need to get an internship, you need to figure that out. So you guys, simple and plain, if you have negative thoughts on your mind on a consistent basis, you will start to realize that drama always seems to attract into your life. You'll start to realize that things might go up, but for some reason it's always like some backtrack. It seems like every time something good comes around, bam, you get hit by something that takes you 2 steps back. And this really starts with your thought process. What are you thinking every day? Now, I don't want to make this video go too much longer, but I want to talk you guys through the process that changed me. I went from not really caring about what my thoughts were, working as a server. I was okay with that. Still on my journey, going to school or whatever. Felt like I was doing something. Ended up losing that job. Bam, another job that I lost, right? For actually getting sick. I got sick, couldn't go to work. They said I was unreliable. Boom. Went a few months without working. That's when I really dove. In those months that I was not working, it was probably about a month, I say. That's when I dove into the book that I showed you guys earlier. Started really focusing on what I was thinking about and what I wanted. And I was at a crossroads. Beforehand, I was speaking to people about what I wanted, the online internet business that I was pursuing. And a lot of people didn't believe in that vision that I spoke, and I tried to speak it into people as if, look, you guys can do it too. But fast forward, I get a job at a warehouse. I start working at the warehouse, and I'm diving into it even more. In the process of doing it, I'm working my online business. I'm learning. I'm growing a fan base on Instagram. I'm speaking power and light into people. I didn't even realize it, right? All of a sudden, people start hitting me up like, oh, Brandon, you are so influential. And I was like, wow, what's going on? I don't really understand what's happening. All of a sudden, people started popping up into my life. Very powerful people. Some people across seas, some people with internet marketing experience for years. I met a guy that was in internet marketing for over 25 years. We talked. He actually showed me things that he was doing in his business. So I was like, man, why are all these... I had no clue where these people were coming from. If you understand, this is part of the law of attraction. If you think it and believe it, the universe will start to bring things into your life that you wouldn't even expect. They will just start coming. And all of a sudden, you're on a journey that you didn't even expect. But just because your thoughts, you are placing your attention into a certain direction and your energy into a certain direction, and you're going all in into a certain direction, things start to gain momentum and things start changing in your life. So all of a sudden, you guys, I go from 400 people following me on a social media platform to over 9,000, almost 10,000 people. All of a sudden, you guys, I go from nobody seeing me online to ranking in the Google search engines for multiple words, multiple keywords, being found organically through Google, through YouTube. All of a sudden, you guys, I went from seeming like I was in it by myself to realizing I had a team and a community of people that supported me in doing what I did, and they actually doing the same thing that I was doing and getting amazing results. All of a sudden, the guy that was in the warehouse breaking down diesel engines all of a sudden gets a job opportunity in an office where he no longer has to beat his body up and has more energy to put into his business. All of a sudden, guys, things started changing. So, I don't know. Is it the law of attraction? Maybe it's the man above? You guys tell me. This is your boy B. Have a blessed one.